Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Sister Wives, Kody's new S***Zool disclosures have fans cringing. Kody, star of Sister Wives, has always been a contentious figure. Fans disapproved of his treatment of his wives right away. He handled issues in a very hypocritical manner. Although he had strong regulations for his wives and kids, he enjoyed being in charge. We seen more of his deceptive tendencies and his lifetime of upholding double standards in the most recent season, Tell All, 19. Fans found it particularly difficult to watch the broadcast following his extremely awkward sexual revelations. Kody had 4 wives at one point and was a polygamist. He changed after he married Robyn, putting her first and disregarding all of his previous spouses. The family eventually disintegrated because their kids felt abandoned as well. He has always been a devout churchgoer who has attempted to force his beliefs on his wife and children. He just disclosed that he had a highly colorful life in his peak. The fans were as uncomfortable as we were, and it was a huge cringe fest. Sister Wives, fans call Kody Brown cheap after he shows off his new teeth. Known for his extravagant lifestyle, Kody Brown recently flaunted a new purchase. A beautiful Mercedes-AMG convertible was given to him. However, a cameo video that was making the rounds on Reddit caught the attention of fans right away. Kody smiled when answering a fan, showing off what appeared to be merely 4 new veneers. The viewers were perplexed by the limited improvement. Many made fun of him for splurging on expensive cars while skimping on dental care. "That ride isn't cheap, but his teeth sure are," jokingly said one enthusiast. As usual, Kody's most recent flex only served to stoke criticism of his dubious motives. Kody's sexual disclosures were an absolute cringe fest, Sister Wives. It's possible to describe Kody's sense of humor as distinct. He frequently makes people uncomfortable with his crude jokes. Kody just talked to Sukanya about his sexual life on season 19 Tell All. He chuckled as he described himself as a Mormon naughty in college. He was talking about his church, but even Sukanya urged him to explain since she was perplexed. Kody went on to say that he had a number of possibilities and used to play around. He asserted, however, that he would only provide a hug and a kiss rather than engage in sexual activity. He reached first, second, and third base, but he was unable to reach home. It was awkward to witness the entire chat. On many levels, it seemed hypocritical, particularly given how frequently Kody and Robyn highlighted the purity of their relationship. The fact that he conveniently ignored his own background while continuously criticizing others was really strange. The fact that he thought he had done nothing wrong only made it worse. He believed he stayed inside the bounds of his religion simply because he didn't engage in full sexual relations. It was also unsettling to hear him giggle while he admitted these things. He was arrogant rather than contrite, and every time he spoke, he seemed to establish a new benchmark for hypocrisy. He didn't eventually come clean about his history until Robyn entered the scene. Since Kody has consistently acted dishonestly in his relationships, it is obvious that he is a walking red flag at this point. Kody Brown has always had a complicated relationship with the truth, and with consistency. Fans of Sister Wives are no strangers to his mixed messages. From setting strict moral codes for his wives to engaging in behavior that completely contradicted those standards, he has carved out a reputation as a hypocritical and unreliable narrator. While Kody constantly boasted about being a man of faith, closely tied to the teachings of the Apostolic United Brethren, his lifestyle choices and relationship decisions never quite aligned with his preached values. He emphasized modesty, chastity, and obedience, especially when it came to his wives and children. But when push came to shove, he always made exceptions for himself. This double standard has long been a source of frustration for viewers. From emotionally neglecting Christine, to gaslighting Janelle, to openly prioritizing Robyn, Kody has burned bridges with nearly everyone in the Brown family. But nothing could have prepared fans for what they witnessed during season 19's Tell All. The shocking confessions, Kody's Mormon naughty past. During the Tell All episode, hosted by Sukanya Krishnan, Kody dropped a series of bombshells that made viewers recoil. When asked about his past before entering plural marriage, Kody revealed that he used to be what he jokingly called Mormon naughty. With a proud chuckle, he explained that he had flirted, kissed, and engaged in heavy petting with multiple girls in his youth. While many might brush off such stories as harmless recollections from one's younger days, Kody's delivery was what truly made the segment disturbing. Instead of speaking with humility or even embarrassment, Kody laughed and bragged. He was practically glowing with pride, describing his escapades as if they were badges of honor. He specifically said he rounded all the bases except for home. In layman's terms, he was heavily involved in physical intimacy but drew the line just before full intercourse. He claimed this kept him within the bounds of his religious values. However, this reasoning didn't sit well with viewers, especially considering how he's previously judged his wives and children for far less. Fans react, social media goes wild. The internet wasted no time reacting to Kody's cringe-worthy confessions. Fans on Reddit, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok were united in their discomfort. Why is this 50-year-old man talking about his college makeout sessions like it's some kind of conquest? He sounds like a high school jock who peaked early and never got over it. Kody's Mormon naughty thing isn't cute or funny, it's just awkward. This guy imposed purity culture on his daughters and wives, and now he's laughing about doing the same stuff in his youth? Hypocrisy at its finest. These are just a few of the hundreds of comments circulating online. Viewers were quick to point out how inappropriate it was for Kody to speak so casually, and proudly, about his sexual past when he spent years holding his family to stricter moral standards. Robyn's reaction, awkward silence or enabling support? While Kody's other wives are now out of the picture, Robyn Brown remains the sole woman standing in his life. Her reaction, or lack thereof, to Kody's confessions is equally telling. Robyn, who has long presented herself as the most devout and righteous of Kody's wives, didn't seem to take issue with his revelations. This led many fans to accuse her of enabling his behavior. Over the years, she has defended Kody at all costs, even when his actions were clearly damaging to others. Some viewers believe that Robyn has played a role in building up Kody's ego to unsustainable heights. Instead of holding him accountable, she often praises him, even when he is obviously in the wrong. This only empowers Kody to continue spouting off in ways that embarrass not only himself but everyone involved. The new teeth controversy, vanity over values. As if the awkward tell-all confessions weren't enough, Kody also came under fire recently for flaunting what fans are calling a half-finished dental makeover. In a cameo video that made the rounds online, Kody showed off what looked like just 4 new veneers. Viewers immediately picked up on the glaring inconsistency. Why invest in a luxury Mercedes-AMG convertible and flashy clothing if you're only going to fix some of your teeth? One fan wrote, "That car cost 6 figures, but he's out here with 4 teeth done? What is going on?" Another joked, "He's cheap where it counts and flashy where it doesn't." Kody's dental decisions have become a metaphor for his overall persona, superficial improvements that cover deeper dysfunctions. The bigger problem, Kody's delusional self-image. If there's one thing season 19 has made clear, it's that Kody Brown has a delusional sense of self. He truly believes he's a misunderstood patriarch, a man with a vision who was just let down by everyone else. But fans see something very different, a man who destroyed his family with his ego, hypocrisy, and lack of empathy. When Kody brags about his youthful escapades, he's not just being tone-deaf, he's demonstrating how out of touch he is with the consequences of his actions. His confessions aren't really confessions at all. They're boasts. And that's what makes them so disturbing. His past comes back to haunt him. Longtime viewers of Sister Wives remember when Kody would have long talks with his daughters about remaining pure until marriage. He often used the church's teachings to guide, read, control, the behavior of the young women in his life. Christine and Janelle's children have spoken publicly about the harmful impact of purity culture. So when Kody now openly discusses his own rebellious youth, it's a direct contradiction to the very standards he enforced in his family. Even worse, it suggests that he views himself as exempt from those rules. Kody's future on Sister Wives, can he recover? As season 19 wraps up and fans await news of a season 20, one major question lingers: what now for Kody Brown? His relationships with Christine, Janelle, and Mary are all damaged beyond repair. His children, especially Gwendolyn, Paydon, and Gabe, have publicly criticized him. His standing with viewers is at an all-time low. And his recent confessions have only made things worse. Some fans believe Kody is angling for a redemption arc. Maybe he's hoping that by baring his soul, he can come across as a more vulnerable, relatable character. But based on the public reaction, it's backfired completely. Instead of seeming honest, he seems proud of his poor behavior. Instead of appearing sincere, he comes across as smug. Final thoughts: why fans are done with Kody's excuses. Kody Brown's shocking sexual confessions during the tell-all weren't just cringe-worthy, they were emblematic of everything that's gone wrong in his life and on the show. They exposed not only his hypocrisy but also his desperate need for attention and validation. He wants to be seen as the wise, seasoned man of experience, but he ends up sounding like a man who never truly matured. He wants to be praised for his vulnerability, but instead reveals how little he understands about responsibility, humility, or emotional intelligence. Fans aren't just cringing at his words, they're recoiling from what he represents: the decay of a once interesting family dynamic, dragged down by the unchecked ego of one man. As Sister Wives continues, it may be time for TLC to rethink who the show should really center around. Because if Kody Brown's awkward, uncomfortable confessions are all that's left, viewers may finally decide they've had enough. Sister Wives: is Mykelti under investigation for sharing an unsuitable photo of baby Avalon? One of Christine's oldest children is Mykelti Padron. She was one of the family siblings that enjoyed showcasing her life on Sister Wives, even though she was an adult. Some significant and intense life events, such as Mykelti's pregnancy and the birth of her first child, have also been documented by the showrunners. She was one of the few children who, in spite of Kody's personality, opted to remain close to him, but that is no longer the case. As it happens, Mykelti and her husband Tony have relocated from Utah to North Carolina in order to provide a new beginning for their family. But something contentious has thrust her back into the spotlight. After she made this social media action against her daughter, Avalon, it turns out that her supporters are criticizing her. Well, what was Mykelti up to? Mykelti consistently wins the title of most loving mother among Sister Wives. In 2020, Mykelti Padron said she was expecting her first child. Then she and her husband, Tony Padron, welcomed Avalon, their first child, into the world in 2021. Because of the home birth, it was a priceless moment. This moment was so amazing that it was even filmed on the television program Sister Wives. Then, Avalon's cute moments used to fill the majority of Mykelti's social media posts. Then she revealed that she was expecting twins. Mykelti revealed she was expecting twins in June 2022, and in November of the same year, she gave birth to Ace and Archer. It was the family's favorite Thanksgiving present. Many viewers have already expressed gratitude to Mykelti for being the most devoted mother to her children and for embracing parenting like a pro. However, many believe that she has recently found herself in some problems due to a parenting error. Sister Wives: supporters call on Mykelti to remove unsuitable photo of Avalon. As previously said, Mykelti enjoys posting photos of her gorgeous children. Her 3 young children take up the majority of her Instagram posts. She is in some danger, though, because of a recent post on her page. Fans of Sister Wives thought the mother's actions were completely inappropriate. She had posted a photo of Avalon, the newborn. She lacked pants but wore a long, full-sleeved shirt. Soon. There were many passionate responses on Mykelti's Instagram post. She was frequently reminded of the dangers of posting such images of children online, especially since there are those who might see them with malicious intent. They advised her to exercise greater caution when using the internet, particularly when her whole family is watching television. She has been accused of exploiting her child by some. Others believe she should remove it because it must be an unintentional error. Mykelti hasn't yet addressed any of the remarks, though. It's peculiar because she is one of the family's siblings that expresses her ideas online rather frequently, particularly regarding family issues and her conflict with her father, Kody Brown. They haven't heard from her as of yet. Kody, star of Sister Wives, has always been a contentious figure. Fans disapproved of his treatment of his wives right away. He handled issues in a very hypocritical manner. Although he had strong regulations for his wives and kids, he enjoyed being in charge. We've seen more of his deceptive tendencies.